Gay.
Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Denver Broncos taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. Everyone, Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in off a loss last time out, but they're still in the midst of a good stretch here. Winners of 7 of their last 9 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
And off we go from Denver. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their big mobile quarterback. He can throw it, he can run it, Colin Kaepernick.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Made by Dexter Lawrence. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
He'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Jordan Whitehead.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
To throw, Kaepernick. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant, it works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
David Johnson.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
The tackle made by Michael.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6. at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Well, we hit that bittersweet week of the NFL season, haven't we? The last week of the regular season, week 17. Come on, Brandon. Can he win the MVP? Can he do it here in this last game?
Well, he's got to make a strong impression here in the final week. It's an interesting race. My MVP ballot is at the top of my email right now, and I'm not voting until we've seen all the games here today.
I like that. I respect a man that waits until the season is over, doesn't turn it in early. I think if he has a big game here and gets a little bit of help, maybe other guys don't play as well, he's got a great shot.
Third down.
On 3rd and 2, Oliver. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Oliver. Flush to his right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Getting it. And that winds up going for 31. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Final week of the year, an absolute must-win game for them, so they needed to get on the board first. They were able to do just that.
And you laid out the stakes, so just think what they've been working with this entire build-up towards this game. Must win. Got to get on the board first. They accomplished that. Now they can't have any type of a letdown. Long way to go in this one.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30. 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Dawson Knox, 77 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. McCaffrey on the toss right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now a run with a fullback Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Again, they keep it on the ground, and again, it's Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Oliver. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
The first down pass. Intercepted.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's up.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this was going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Throwing on first down. Oliver. A quick throw here. That's complete.
Oliver's
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yep. And now off to the races down the right side. The Ravens touchdown.
touchdown.
A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3 to 1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. That sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Complete to David Johnson.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Nicola.
Screen play, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A run, it's Murray. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Good.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They run with Murray. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Ball carrier.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. To give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Here's Murray. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Ball carrier.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos have broken the tie.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 16 yards, a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Ball carrier Chase Winovich brought him down.
To throw on second down. Oliver escaping the pressure right. This one caught by Ridley. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Looking to throw. Oliver. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. Oliver. Good work by that Broncos defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
They really had a the defense's past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
It's the fullback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kicks away.
At their own 25-yard line.
And our attention here turns to Latavius Murray. And there's the total for the season. Of course, every runner wants to hit that 1,000-yard mark. He's going to need to turn up production a little bit if he wants to do just that.
And I think he'll get a lot of help because teammates want players to get to milestones. And 1,000 yards for any running back in the NFL, that's a milestone, and it reflects positively on the team, too, as well, when a person reaches that threshold. So he's not just out there running by himself. He'll get plenty of escorts, and I think guys will do a little extra blocking for him in this one.
And I'm guessing he knows what he needs to get to reach 1,000.
Any runner that tells you that he doesn't
is lying.
Yes.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again. And now it's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Out quickly to Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Kaepernick now on first down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Get cracked, nigga.
Fumble on the play. Recovered.
And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it's cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn, that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get you... set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more, with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. From the gun, Oliver. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Oliver buying time to his left. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Oliver. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Oliver's pass. Caught by
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 23-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oliver into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And he's not going to get out of the end zone. Murray is taken down for the safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw on 2nd down, Oliver. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Oliver's pass.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Keeps it on the
3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 1st down, Oliver. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
56 to Mark, 56. Check 56.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Oliver. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Number 22. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 23.
The tackle by Kenneth.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run on first down. It's Brown, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5.
Complete to
7 yards the pickup there. 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Malcolm Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Broncos 21.
Hey, check back 33. Check back 33. Here we go. Mike, check 33. 33.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Dawson Knox, 77 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
Extra point.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. McCaffrey on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Kenneth Murray. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Oliver, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on 1st down. Oliver. And he will find his man on the outside.
Oliver's pass.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Eluding the pressure right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Whoosh. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worried about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter if he needs some. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper as the Ravens push further out in front.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season is gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of poise.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
For the extra point.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. You fit that in.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oliver steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
A gain of 12.
That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless.
Field at Mile High in Denver. It's the AFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And the Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he's upended after a... Gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
This is Murray. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Kaepernick. And this is going to be incomplete.
Kaepernick's
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. Shreds the tackle. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Throwing to start the drive. Oliver, a very quick pass to Ridley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Back to throw. Oliver. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Looking to throw. Oliver. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
The ball carrier. tackle made at the 21-yard line.
To throw on third down, Oliver. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. I don't think it's told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Second and goal from the 1. They go power. This is Johnson, the fullback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Brandon McManus.
It's the fullback taking it in. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Brings up
that might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st and 10, Oliver. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 30.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Ravens 7, Broncos 0.
On first down, Oliver. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down,
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen,
and he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Tyus Bowser. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun, Oliver. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down. On play action, it's Kaepernick. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The quarterback sacked.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. A quick slant to Hill. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 8.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to.
A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Off play action, Oliver. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing again. Oliver. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now we give to the first man through, and that's Johnson. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
First down.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a throw here, hauled in.
Oliver's pass.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now Johnson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 50. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown.
Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
At the 33-yard line.
Offside here, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Oliver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Complete.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
To Dawson.
A gain of 6 there on first.
The pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20.
A final shot before half for Kaepernick. Gets this one to Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
14. Broncos 7.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a game.
Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Incomplete.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure on top, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
56 Mike. 56 Mike.
On 3rd down, Oliver gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Off the play fake, Oliver rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of 12. First down, Ravens.
Operating from the gun, Oliver. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw again, Oliver. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there with a nice pickup.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Number 12.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Kaepernick. That one complete to Hill. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
2 at the 44-yard line.
They run with Murray. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll lose. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Again, it's Kaepernick. And his throw here's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
Kaepernick to throw again. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Raven first down.
Back to throw. Oliver. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete.
Calvin Ridley. His 2nd touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in front. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At the 33-yard line.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
The quarterback taken down and sacked. Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me.
To throw, Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Kaepernick now to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4.
At the Ravens' 8-yard line.
Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos cut into that lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. McCaffrey on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Christian McCaffrey on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
And here now the offense heading back out there. If this game continues the way it's gone, it'll be, well, somewhat of an upset. 5-4, not huge, but still the big thing, winning on the road to stay alive. Pretty big deal.
Yeah, when you pointed out that 5-4, first thing that flashed through my head was college basketball. When they get to their tournament, right?
Yeah, like the 8-9 seed first-round game.
Right, you always look at that before you start your brackets, don't you? And you got to figure out which one you're going to pick, that 9 seed over the 8. And sometimes even that 7-10 game feels the same way. Not much difference between the two teams. Give them a lot of credit, though, for going on the road and getting it done in this one.
Yeah, that's a difference. NCAA tournament, neutral site here on the road and putting some people on notice. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense offense just simply can't get off the field on third down. We all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Brown, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards on the play, first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 14 yards, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They are most likely staring at a cold end of their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Hey.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Throwing on 1st down, Oliver, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd.
Being chased out left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
Now it looks like he'll throw. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Their mobile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, He's hurting them.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
I got him. Hey, 25 to Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards.
At the 43.
Now Kaepernick. The throw taken in by Cole. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Man, I got you. Kill.
Now Kaepernick again. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, 34 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
On for the extra
And
point.
there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point on the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this fourth quarter. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Denver, good night, everybody.